Hi guys. Well, we've been members of Internet Secrets now for about 12 months. In fact, it was this meeting this time last year was the first time we came along. And I remember looking up at the stage when somebody did a business build and thought, geez, it'd be cool to be up there, and now I'm wishing I wasn't, but never mind. You can't help these things. Just to give you a bit about our background, we're a couple of Kiwis, if you haven't worked that out from the accents yet. We've been in Australia now for about 3 years. And prior to that, we lived in the South Island of New Zealand in a little town called Ashburton. There's Ashburton for you. Not really the centre. Somebody from Ashburton? I thought I heard applause. Never mind. It's not exactly the centre of the internet world, Ashburton. It's a fairly sleepy little place. That's the main street of Ashburton, or at least that's how Ashburton people thinks that it looks. Reality is, to most of the rest of the world, Ashburton looks more like this. But it was good to us. We were born and bred there, and we owned a jewellery store for about 12 years, and life was good. You know, we made a good income. Everything was fine. But we got to a point, well, I got to a point anyway, where I had a bit of a midlife crisis, and I needed to do something else. And like most men having a midlife crisis, I looked at all my options. I could get my ear pierced, or buy a Harley Davidson or something like that. None of them really fitted the bill. I did get my chest waxed at one stage, and I must say the results were quite impressive. That's me on holiday in Port Douglas. Oh, sorry, no, wrong slide. No, there's me on holiday in Port Douglas. It was the front I got waxed, not the back, as you can tell. But at this point, we weren't really, well, I wasn't sort of really feeling like there was anything else going on. So I said to Leanne, well, why don't we move to Australia? We'd always come on holiday here quite a lot of the time, and we enjoyed it. So in the interest of me not embarrassing her anymore, she decided that we'd leave the country, and that might be the best answer. So we came to Australia, and just before we shifted, I read a book called The 4-Hour Workweek. Has anybody read the book from Tim Ferriss?
Awesome book.
Awesome book.
Even I've read it, which is...
And Leanne doesn't read business books or anything like that
Don't
normally.
read books like that.
So yeah, we read the book, and as I say, it's basically all about how to make money online while you sleep. So I thought, well, this is great. You know, there's money coming in. I like the sound of this. And in the book, he spoke about having like membership sites. And when we moved to Australia, we thought, well, that's the answer. You know, we could have a membership site. And we'd had a jewellery store for, as I say, about 12 years at that stage, and we'd done a lot of promotions and a lot of marketing, and we had some success with that with our store. And Leanne had a background in advertising. And we thought, well, what a cool idea. Maybe we'll do a membership site for retail jewellers, and we'll put all our marketing material together and build that. And we thought, hey, this is the answer. This is what we'll do. Well, we didn't really go about it the right way. As Andrew and Daryl will probably tell you in the next few days, you're best to actually sell your membership site first and then worry about building the content. But I didn't know that at the time. And I went and spent all this time putting all this material together over probably 3 or 4 months. And we had about 100 pages worth of website material on there. And for all the efforts, you know, I was starting to look like this by the end of 4 months. I've been sitting up all night, putting this stuff in constantly, not really getting anywhere. And to really make it even more frustrating, we'd only managed to sign up 1 member. So, you know, the efforts, I was starting to think to myself, this is just crazy. And I had a gut sore by this stage. I was ready to take a machine gun to my computer. I was over this. But I went to the library one day, and silly me picked up another book. And it was The Secrets of Internet Entrepreneurs Exposed. Some of you may have read that as well. And I was reading through the book, and it was good material. You know, there was all these people talking about how they'd made money online. And I got to a chapter by Andrew and Daryl in the book. And all the other people had talked about how successful they'd been, but in the case of Andrew and Daryl, they didn't so much dwell on themselves. They actually shared what worked. They told you step by step through the chapter what you had to do to get a membership site working. And I said to Leanne, this is it. This is what we need, somebody who's done it that we can learn from. And so we did a little bit of hunting around on the internet. We found out they were here on the Gold Coast where we lived, which was even better. So I rang the office and I spoke to Kerry. We went down and saw her, and we joined up within a couple of days. And Kerry said to us, well, you better come to one of these 4-day meetings. You know, you'll learn a lot from doing that. The light bulb had gone on with me by the stage that this is what we should be doing. So we came along to one of the 4-day meetings. And there's lots of good material, much like what you had here today, what you guys are going to see. And at the end of the first day, I'd actually come on my own, and I went back and I said to Leanne, look, you're going to have to come to these next 3 days. This information's really good. She says, I haven't got time, we've got the kids. I said, don't worry about it, we've just got to get down here and we're going to learn a few things. And one of the things that we covered and we learnt about, and Andrew and Daryl spoke about, was presenting from stage and the money you can make from doing that. Now, my reaction to presenting from stage looked a bit like this. I just didn't want a bar of it. I hadn't spoken in public for 17 years, which was the speech I made at my wedding, and I wasn't very keen on doing that, as you can see. I mean, they had to get a shotgun to me on the day. That was our first child. Or was that the third? I can't remember. But the idea of speaking, it didn't appeal. But Andrew and Daryl, once we joined up, they took us through the process of what was involved with doing it. And we thought, okay, well, we can do this. I went to Toastmasters for about 6 months. I just went along to see whether I could actually stand up without crapping myself, and I found it wasn't so bad. And so we had the opportunity to speak before, it was about 25 jewellers at a meeting?
Yeah, 25, about a month after we joined Internet Secrets, we went and spoke at a meeting for jewellers, and I think there was about 25 there, and we sold our membership, our little membership packet.
$59 membership site we had.
And we sold about 11 of them, so we thought, oh wow, this is great, we're onto it. Yeah. So that was about a month after we started, so yeah, we just got on the horse and did it.
So we had a couple of other speaking opportunities after that, and after about 6 months, I think it was September, October last year, we kind of knew enough people, and we thought we'll have our own workshop. So we organised a workshop in Sydney, and that's where the trade fair was at the time, and we got quite a few people along to that. And by this stage, we had a $5.99 package where we actually worked one-on-one with jewellers. So we spent the day in the workshop with them, and we gave them lots of good content. And at the end of the day, we presented them with a chance to join the $5.99, and we sold, I think, $36,000 worth of business from that day.
From that day, yeah.
And
awesome.
Since then, we've had another speaking engagement where we spoke for a couple of hours, and I think we got about $43,000 worth from it. So we've realised now that there's money to be had from this. I'm sort of a bit more excited about speaking from stage than what I was. So that's really our story. So since then, we've redeveloped our membership site. We didn't really get it cranked up to the extent we did and wanted to, and Sam's been a big help with us on that. He's redone the front page for us, and we've got a little bit of a video on there. And these guys will share some really good information with you about videos because, you know, there's a real opportunity. A lot of people like things visually, so there's a good chance to do that. But the other big project we've been working on is this one. I think we might have it online. I can just show you. Do you want to talk a bit about it, Leanne?
Yep, we started this little exercise about 12 months ago. We thought we had this great idea, and it was a little bit more technical than we thought. Every time we got to the next thing, we thought, oh, didn't think of that, didn't think of that, didn't think of that. So we actually started promoting it again on Monday. We've sort of had a false start halfway through last year, and then so it's taken us this long to get it going. But that's okay, good things come to those who wait. So we really started putting a bit of work into Facebook and what have you again on Monday, and we actually had our very first sale from the site yesterday. So we were really, the relief was unbelievable. So
it's a $50 watch, but hey, we'll take it. Anything will do for a start. So basically, how it works is the prices, items start at their full price, and they progressively drop until such time as they reach a reserve or somebody buys it. And as Liam was saying, it's basically a place for retail jewellers. It's, what are we calling it, Australia's number one?
We've actually got an elevator pitch. You'll be very proud. We came up with that yesterday. So we're Australia's #1 jewellery clearance site. So that's
we've got
what we're calling it.
about 13 jewellers that are loading up product on there at the moment. There's about $500,000 worth of stock, I think just on 600 items, but we've got about 70 jewellers that are interested in getting on board. So it's got underway, it's got a lot of work to do, but we've made a start. So in terms of you guys, I mean, you're all here obviously because you're looking for something fresh and something new to do, and I mean, we've been through a lot in the last 12 months. It hasn't been plain sailing. We've had some frustrating days, at least 4 of them this week already, I think. But the main thing is persistence. You know, I think what we got out of it is the fact that when you're in an environment like this, you've got people that you have the same situation as you. You know, you can relate to each other, you understand. Everybody goes through periods where they hit the wall, and you've got people you can work with. And we've made some really good friends out of being part of this. And as I say, I think the one thing, if you can take it away from this experience, is that you've got to be persistent. You don't have to be a rocket scientist. We aren't. You just got to have something, believe in it. If it's a passion, it's so much better for you. I mean, we love what we do, and just keep at it, and that's the secret. So
yeah, it really is just keep going. Don't give up. Don't give up. So that's our little story, and yeah.
Vote for us. Woohoo! Thank you.